we're gonna go on three. I mean, sorry, on go. 1, 2, 3, go. Hey guys, Love is Dead, and I'm joined by JBrown. We're gonna look at one of his games. He's gonna be playing on the Death Prophet on the dire side.
And I'm doing circles.
He's doing circles. And in the mid lane, he's gonna be faced against an Invoker. Oh, there, now I can see it. Yeah, you're both Death Prophet and Invoker are both 600 range heroes, so don't have an advantage there. So you look at creep block, pretty alright, going so far. Creep block is really important actually in the mid lane.
Yeah, I kind of failed at it there.
One isn't that bad actually because it allows you to get a little bit of an advantage in terms of the first last hit.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I normally do the zigzag creep block. I need to start working in getting right in front of him and pressing stop. I'm not that good at it yet, but I'm working on it.
Right. So the first couple minutes of the mid game are actually really important, and he has gone bottle, and he's got himself an illusion rune, and you have gone bottle as well. So
I went bottle because I had a random gold. I normally do not go bottle right off the bat.
Well, even so, I think that it's better to go. I like going stats and then get a bottle later because I can't actually use the bottle until, when I can usually. By the time I can usually get a bottle, that's when I need it. I don't need it, right as you start.
The only reason, I guess my thinking behind going bottle early with Death Prophet is that I could spam Death Swarm early and still have mana. Mm-hmm. Although Death Swarm doesn't do all that much damage at level 1, so it may not have been the best idea.
Yeah, because he's actually gone Quas first, so yeah, you kind of you're fighting an uphill battle there, where he's going to be able to regen any burst damage that you deal out, and you're going to burn a ton of mana on it. So what you're doing is, what you want to be doing is you want to be punishing him, hitting him all the time, getting him further back. He is actually pushing the lane, so that should work to your advantage, but whenever you can throw in a right click, you should do that. Because the only thing that keeps someone out of a mid lane is taking harassment damage. And this is something that I'm really trying to learn against players that really know what the fuck they're doing in the mid lane. My harassment is really bad, but against lower skilled players, it will keep them the hell out of lane if you keep doing that.
I think I normally am better about harassing, and I did not realize, I guess, that he was going Quas. So many invokers are going exhort first these days and hitting so hard with their right clicks that I was just kind of trying to stay away from his right clicks.
Mm-hmm. So you're actually going to gank right now. So let's see how this works out. If it works out, it's good, but it is kind of risky since Death Prophet isn't really a huge ganker.
Yeah, and I normally don't actually gank this early. It was just, I had the bottle already, so I knew I'd have enough mana to Crypt Swarm a couple times.
So Meepo hitting off a stun. You guys should be able to get him, but alright, so you do get the first blood on Shadow Fiend, that's good. You get a second, we get the Windrunner picks up kill on Silencer. And you're just going to try to get some last hits. Invoker's just sitting here. He's level 4, you're level 5. So it did end up working out for you, and that is good. I liked your positioning, going down past them, and then popping off your attack.
Yeah, unfortunately, using the bottle takes you out of Invis, so I didn't have enough time to get mana for 2 Crypt Swarms, but it ended up working out.
You just for anyone else who doesn't know, you can actually use bottle once while Invis and not be popped out of it. Like as you pick it up, if you hit it right away.
Oh, immediately? Okay.
Yeah, if you grab the illusion and then immediately hit bottle, you can get 1 charge out of it without dropping your invis. I don't know if that's an error.
Did not know that. Actually, you know what? I think I did know that because I realized that if you invis and use phase boots at the exact same time, that you can use phase boots without getting taken out of invis.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intended or maybe just a relic of Warcraft 3, but
it's probably one of those small skill cap things that Ice Frog likes to keep in.
Yeah. So he is kind of screwing your day up with this EMP. He hit you once with it, and it looks like you're kind of going out of lane. Are you going to the shop?
Yeah, my standard Death Prophet build is to go Mana Boots into Bloodstone, and you disassemble the Mana Boots for the last part of Bloodstone, and then I'll pick up Phase.
Yeah.
I think right here I was calling out that Invoker was going top of the room.
Yeah, he left the lane. That's the thing is, the thing about leaving the lane to go to the shop is that you miss out on last hits and experience. So I would say, so right here,
Should have sent the courier instead.
should have sent the courier, and right here you took a couple hits from the tower when you could have A-clicked your own creeps and taken the aggro off. It's all minor details, but as you're probably, I mean, every detail actually matters in mid lane. It's quite dangerous.
I mean, I normally would have A-clicked it off immediately, but I also know that as soon as my ult is over, it's going to restore a lot of health.
It does, but it only gets you back up to half, or what are you doing?
I don't know, that last ghost wouldn't get in.
Well, the danger is that someone comes out from the side and hits you.
Right.
Or Invoker comes back or something like that. I don't know.
Not doing very good with last hitting here.
I mean, it's tough, actually. You're not doing too bad.
Yeah, her animation is fairly terrible, and base damage is pretty low, so...
I mean, actually, you got the highest last hits in the game right now, so... Actually not. I mean, you miss a few of them, and when you're against an opponent, it's much harder to get them. So I actually wouldn't say you're doing too badly. You got all those, so you're doing pretty good. So you're going to check the room, but it's not there. It's down the bottom lane.
Yeah, and I realized, I think halfway up or so, that we had a ward on the bottom lane.
Well, it's also good that you pushed the lane before you went to check, because you didn't have, you're not losing out on XP when you do that. The creeps will be pushed up beyond the point where you can really get experience without keeping yourself in danger. And you get a haster, and you're going to go, popping a little bit early for the ultimate. But you do get a nice shackle right here, and you're going to finish off Shadow Fiend, who is now going to have one hell of a time trying to win this game, as well as Silencer. It's just a really awful, awful lane combination.
Yeah, I think when we started this game, I was real worried just because of the fact that we had a Meepo, but everything went real well through the first 15 minutes or so, and I don't remember if we ended up winning this one, but the start at least was very good.
I mean, Shadow Fiend's got 2 Wraith Bands, I don't know, 2 Wraith Bands, that's alright. But he's really dependent on those, on getting his necromancy stuff, and so is Silencer, so one of them, what does Silencer have? Silencer's got nothing, so...
I was very surprised that a Silencer Shadow Fiend lane had so much trouble against Meepo Windrunner.
Well, anyone against a Windrunner is pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
I mean, she hits like a truck. It looks like Skeleton King has moved into your lane, now wants to push it. Which you sort of have to oblige.
Not sure what I'm doing here. Apparently heading all the way back to base.
It was kind of a funny, I was playing Queen of Pain against Shadow Fiend mid lane, and they had taken my tower at one point, and Shadow Fiend was like waiting for the creep wave in his part of the middle lane to get some kills, but I was just static farming way into my side. And he would just kind of like walk up the hill and be like, hey. Then I hit him a couple times, and he'd go back, and he'd be like, all right, I'll leave. Pudge is coming in here, not with a hook to start.
And let me just preface any team fights here with, I have a special, special talent for getting hooked by Pudge. Anybody that's ever played with me will know that is my least favorite hero in the game, and the worst Pudge in the world will get free hooks on me all game.
All right, we'll look at that. Let's see if we can give you some advice on where to stand.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Because after a while, I mean, you can sort of figure out where Pudge is going to be if he's missing. There's just some likely areas. Like if you're in the mid lane against him, it's either to the north or top left or bottom right of the what's it called? The stairway thing. He's always, if he's missing in middle lane and you're pretty sure he's not going to gank, he's right there waiting to get a hook. And you know, like over by the towers and things like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see where he's positioned And you see if
I think I made a mistake by grabbing that point booster and not going for the perseverance part of Bloodstone first.
I mean, you haven't really taken a whole lot of harassment, but I do love perseverance, especially because it gives you extra damage.
Yeah, and
point
the
booster
mana
isn't bad.
retain is really nice on Death Prophet.
So the difficulty here is that your team isn't letting you farm. Yeah, nice hook. That's one of the spots he's always going to be, like in that area.
Yeah.
So you did fine because you were standing inside the creep wave, but it's hard to tell everyone else like how to avoid Pudge.
Yeah, most games I do okay 90% of the time, and then I'll have, a 5-second brain fart where I just stop thinking about Pudge, and that's every single time. That's when I get hooked.
It's really fun to play Chen against the Pudge.
Just keep your creeps in front of you.
Just keep your creeps in front of you. And I played one where like I was getting a lot of kills and stuff, so they're trying to focus me. If they're gonna go for Invoker, he's gonna get himself away. But they were just. What was I talking about? They were trying to focus me, and Pudge just hooked my Centaur like 5 times. I thought it was really funny. So what else can we talk about? This is another part. You need kills or farm, and Invoker is going to Pudge himself up here. You get a Dismember. You're able to stop that, pop off your ultimate, and
hook.
Yeah, you really can't avoid that hook. If you're right next to Pudge and you haven't used it, he's going to get that hook on you.
Yeah, I guess that was about map awareness. I didn't realize that there were 4 of them off the map, and I was in a bad spot. Probably should have been back by the tower.
Yeah. It's I mean, I do that all the time. It's hard to and he's going to get another one. I don't know what Kidney is doing here. It should not have been a mystery that Kidney really should not have been there.
And then Brad's favorite thing to do is charge into 3 of them solo.
I mean, he actually saved. It worked there, but risky. Definitely risky. So, what is your mind? Do you remember what your mindset is here? Like what you're going for?
I always go for Bloodstone first if I'm not playing like a support Death Prophet. If early game goes well, I always go for Bloodstone first.
Okay.
So that's why I'm not even like finishing off a wand here. I'm just trying to get to the Bloodstone as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. So what about in terms of strategy, bigger picture kind of thing?
I think at this point in the game, we decided to start grouping up and pushing, since we have a fairly strong pushing team with like Meepo and Death Prophet's ult. But before this, I don't know that was necessarily a strategy other than farm your lane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Meepo is dead. All right. So what's your opinion on silence?
I probably should have taken it earlier. I like the silence. Obviously, it's a really powerful teamfight ability. I think I was kind of the guy doing the most damage here and getting the most kills, so I decided to go for, the carry abilities, which that movement speed from Witchcraft will give you, as well as the mana cost and cooldown decreases.
Hook.
Yeah.
The fuck was that hook?
But Witchcraft gives you more damage on your ult, gives you cooldown reduction, movement speed increase. I probably should have taken some silence earlier than this, but the idea here that I wanted to carry the game.
Yeah, the power of a silence though is, I mean, it's quite powerful. I probably would have put in I mean, I've definitely gone the max.
Yeah, just put a point in it there.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely built, Death Prophet without silence until I've maxed everything else. But now that I know how powerful it can be, like I played Clinks once and I got to work it on it, and I'm like, oh man, silence is powerful.
Yes, I love an Orchid on Clinks. It's so much fun.
So you're still working on your perseverance. Definitely need to up the farm. Because you're kind of moving around. Probably want to move through lanes rather than back and forth in this way.
Yeah. That's another thing that I kind of don't do very well is if early game goes well with a couple kills, then I just start running around trying to get more kills and forgetting about farm, even if I'm playing a farm dependent carry.
Yeah, I mean that's you
I
want to
get
do
like
that.
a feeling like I'm super powerful and just want to kill everything.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm so boss. I'll tank this whole thing. So you did try to pop off your ultimate here and get the Invoker, but he gets away. So Shadow Fiend is here. Silence, nice silence there, stopping him from casting off his ult.
Yeah, every once in a while I have decent reaction times. That was one of them.
That was a good one. That was very crucial, or you would have eaten a lot of damage, especially Meepo. But you have a good shackle, power shot hits, Sand King stuns up as well, and now Wrath comes out of his invis. EMP not doing a whole lot. Actually, this Pudge is just kind of hitting the hooks pretty well, so.
Yeah, he was a good Pudge.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
4-man tornado.
Ooh. He wanted Meepo so bad. The thing is though, Meepo actually has a longer cast range with his Earthbind that he didn't max? What is this guy doing? Why would you... That's all Meepo is useful for.
He wanted his dot, apparently.
I mean, look, do you realize how far the range is in this thing?
It's ridiculous.
1250 plus a radius of 220. That's longer than Pudge's hook. And that's longer than Sawing of the Siren. It's harder to hit because you have to have vision. But, anyways. So you're looking for your Bloodstone, still farming, still need
Got
some
the
more farm.
Perseverance done. Just need that life booster. Health booster, whatever it's called.
Yeah, just 100,050 gold left.
Yeah.
So, you're doing pretty
I think
well
we
in
were
terms
trying to
of...
push mid-tower here.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well in terms of team fight. The only real critique I have is that, wait until the team fight starts before you cast off Exorcism.
Mm-hmm.
Pudge's gonna eat it. Nice, so gonna kill off Meepo. There you go, you have your Death Prophet ultimate is out, that's good. The Sand King coming in with a decent epicenter. Gonna kill off Shadow Fiend, get rid of the bear. They have a lone druid?
Yep.
Yeah,
he hadn't done much in this game yet.
And one more. Are you going to get it? Yeah, you do get it. So yeah, you're doing pretty well in terms of team fights.
Camera control wasn't very good there.
I actually wasn't watching on your perspective, so I wasn't able to tell. But yeah, as with the last game, and if anyone didn't see the last game, camera control is really important because it just gives you more vision. You want to position yourself so that you are at the edge of your screen, and the rest of your vision is sort of like the danger area. That's why I don't like it. Some people will even go as far as to use some to get it back to low. Just lock the character in the middle. You can actually find some scripts to do that.
Yeah, and one of my biggest problems in this game is that during like hectic team fights, I completely lose track of where my hero is, and a lot of that is my camera control is really poor.
Yeah, I think it happens to everyone, but it's definitely a problem. Especially when you're like, oh, why am I in the middle of here? Yeah, I mean he's actually he's not playing actually like the typical Pudge. He's actually using decent positioning and map knowledge to send off his hooks rather than just hitting the easy areas.
Yeah, he was a tough one to play against, and this is actually probably one of my more successful games against a Pudge. I don't know that I necessarily was being smarter about playing against him. I think that I just happened to be near creeps or stopping when he threw his hook more often than normal.
Yeah, I think he really wanted Meepo. That was a missed shackle. And Windrunner is just nice food. Actually, Brad's doing a good job of stopping these kills.
Yeah. His favorite pastime, though, is diving in
Diving
3-on-1.
afterwards. Alright, so you finish off your Bloodstone.
A sub 20-minute Bloodstone is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. You should be quite powerful at this point in the game now that you're able to just spam your Crypt Swarm. You should be
And
able to...
I find it fairly difficult to farm with Death Prophet before you get a Bloodstone, just because she's so mana intensive.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you
And
definitely have to farm lanes.
and other than Crypt Swarm, I mean, your right click is so weak.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
quite weak.
just don't really have a flash farming ability.
No, she's definitely kind of a slow roller.
Tower is under attack.
But if you can get, you know, a sub 20-minute Bloodstone, you're going to be very powerful.
Yeah. So let's say you're popping off your ultimate here.
A little early again.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Actually, it's quite early. But really, I mean, you got now... It's starting to come down to the point where it's just always going to be up. That was a freaking
That's how
good
he
hook.
got away. Okay. I specifically remember wondering how the hell Silencer didn't die in this game. There was a punch hook.
Man, this Pudge has been great, actually, so...
Dire's bottom tower is
So
under
what's your...
I believe Phase Boots will be my next purchase here.
Mhm.
And then into... I think I actually just went straight for Heart.
What's your goals though? Like, what are the points you're trying to do?
I just want to be a tanky walking ult in team fights with enough mana to spam my Crypt Swarm. Like, Death Prophet just falls off so much late game that I feel like with her, if you're not really pushing hard mid game, that you're probably going to lose. So my goal here was, you know, get tanky and to push towers as quickly as possible.
So basically, what you want to do is give SK time to farm.
Yeah, sure. Get him his blink. Actually, he already has his blink.
His top tower is under attack.
Oh, I'm sorry, Skeleton King.
Construction
Yeah, Skeleton King. Sorry, I forgot
yeah.
that there was a Sand King in this game too. Yeah, so I mean, you really want to get him his farm. You have the advantage in that you have taken out the tier 1 towers. Getting a tier 2 tower, I'd say, would be a great thing to have.
Yeah.
And the thing about the Radiant is that down in the tier 2 tower for the Radiant, if you look at it, it's quite difficult to defend
Dire's middle tower
in the
is
bottom
under
lane.
attack.
Because
Dire's structures
the
are
only
fortified.
entrance that isn't from directly behind the tower is up all the way through the jungle. So if they're out of position, it's quite hard for them to get into position, and at least harder than it is for the Dire, who can just walk right through their jungle. Anyway, so we got a team fight going on in the top area here.
I'm not sure why I'm not headed there.
I mean, they're kind of screwed at this point, and
I
Brad
think it was bad map awareness.
kind of whiffed on the epicenter. But you're here again. Yeah,
Popped Exorcism way too early again, of course.
yeah. But it's easy to fix. So they did a good job of... they didn't do a good job of anything. What am I talking about? That could have gone well for them, and I don't know how they didn't get more kills out of it. But really, they really should have been focusing some towers, things like that. No one has been in their jungle farming at all. Lone Druid, he's got nothing. Skull Basher?
He actually ends up pretty scary by the end of this game, if I remember right.
Yeah, I'm just confused. I don't know what people are thinking with their build. I don't know why they want Skull Basher on. I mean, it stuns, but you already have one. I don't know. Radiance is just so powerful on him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Trying to push mid tier 2 here.
So this, you're a little early.
I'm probably going to get hooked.
Probably. I mean, he's standing. Yeah. This is a quite easy hook for him there. He's going to get Windrunner. He doesn't want you, is the thing. He wants the squishy one. But this was a difficult team fight for you guys because not everyone was there, and they just had the power of positioning. Because I don't think you guys had any idea where any one of them were. So you finally get a kill on him.
Weird exorcism pop there again.
guys should be able to get the tower, perhaps. A little bit. Now, if SK dies, you guys need to back off, basically. And that's actually a second death, so... You do get the tower for it, though.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I was getting a little bit scared there. They do get a double kill for a tower. It's pretty good, actually. I think that was a good decision.
And we killed a couple of them early on in that team fight, so...
Yeah, it was very long.
It was really more like a 2-for-2 plus a tower.
So looks like Meepo's going with the Vlads. Stacking some auras.
I think he already had mech at point. Yeah.
Now I kind of want to play Meepo. Probably.
I'm scared of him.
I have decent micro. It's just
I don't.
I like playing. Like everyone hates Visage, but I hate him. All right.
Dire's middle tower.
Actually, the other way around. Everyone hates Visage, but I like Visage. So this is a little bit of fun. They're starting to 5-man, and they are not farming, except for Lone Druid. And he's really... It's going to be a while for him. So I think that... So they're 4-manning, so I think you guys could actually start taking these team fights instead of letting them grab towers and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think I was trying to finish off a Reaver here, which is why I'm not down in that team fight and farming the jungle.
Yeah. So it looks like SK is going to get focused down on me, and they got a nice Jackal shot, going to hit 2 of them. They're going to take out Shadow Fiend as well as Silencer, and now Pudge. Needs some kind of stun to be able to stop him.
Should have a burrow here in a second.
Yeah, there we go. Should be the end of him.
I had lots of stun in this game.
Yeah. I mean, you got Meepo, but he doesn't really hit him too well.
Wow.
No, Meepo, both SKs. Shackle.
Yeah, so you're doing you're going to be pushing down the bot lane. You do have the advantage, and you guys should keep pressing it. It's a good idea because Death Prophet, as soon as you get the Bloodstone, it's good to push towers, push lanes whenever you can.
Yeah.
And it looks like Meepo is, well, he's pushing lanes. It's a little dangerous, I think, for him. He's only got 1,000 hit points.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But at this point, now that everyone's up, we're going to see what you do here.
Probably wasn't too smart to solo push this tower.
Right here, as soon as you saw that, you should have backed off.
I think I died here, actually.
Well, that's SK. Why would you hit... Okay. Actually, it looks like you're going to get away. Too fast. Too fast.
That's why I love Witchcraft. Witchcraft and Phase Boots gives you some pretty ridiculous move speed.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say like as soon as you saw the teleport, just to be a little bit safer, just as soon as they start teleporting, and the fact that you don't know where any of them are,
Is under attack.
Right.
you know, just back off.
And those are the things I think of in retrospect and not before they happen.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, at least depending on who I'm playing, my eye is always on the mini map looking for heroes when I'm in this kind of a position. I'm still pretty bad about it, but you know, when you're down that far into their jungle, and especially when there's a Pudge, you're probably going to get ganked. But Pudge wasn't there, so you're able to get away. And it looks like you guys are 5-manning, 4-manning. Yeah, it looks like SK is still happy to farm.
It's actually, well, 4, but, you know, there's 2 extra Meepos, so
Yeah.
really we're 5-manning.
Right, who else is missing here?
SK and...
No, it's
That's
4
it.
of you. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. He finally hits a good Earthbind, but Shadow Blade gets him away.
Yeah, Shadow Fiends love their Lothars.
Holy crap! What the? Where was that hook from?
From those trees down there below.
I don't know how he hit that.
I don't either. They don't have a ward there or anything. It was blind.
There's Meepo.
Top that Aegis.
So it's good you guys got another tower. You haven't really stopped the push. Making sure you don't allow them to farm is just a really good idea, except this is a bad idea. I don't know what Meepo's doing. He's going to die to that one. Lone Druid, probably going to be difficult to kill him. Nope, guess not. I thought he had more health than he did. You get a nice silence up here to get silencer. Just, well...
Oh, and the creep blocked me.
Ooh, just a whiff. Oh, you're going to dive it too, aren't you? No, there you go.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, everything seems to be working out. You guys are pushing the lanes, making sure that they don't have time to farm their jungle. I mean, that's the big thing in these games when you have, carries. Or anyone really, you just want to control their jungle. You could even farm their jungle if you needed it. Actually, you could always farm their jungle. But it's just good to keep them inside their base so that you can continue to farm and ensure that you have won the game instead of just trying to overcommit and things like that.
Yeah, I think that was my plan right here, was to get as much of their jungle farm as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure they couldn't push back up from their base here and get anything. Although, Death Prophet's such a slow farmer that it's probably not very effective.
No, I mean, it's fine just because you aren't actually the hardest carry. It's SK here.
Yeah, and I think the reason I was going for carry here is just because I had such a good early game that it was going to allow me to get a Bloodstone and early big items, and really, because she's so dangerous mid game.
Yeah.
That I felt like we could end it before 30 minutes. Obviously that didn't work out, but the game still I think is going pretty well.
Yeah. So, but I do think that it doesn't really matter even who you are or how effective it is. If you can grab farm that no one else is getting, you just grab it.
Yeah. I think we're pushing this tower just because we saw them all in mid, messing with Windrunner.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we could safely get this tier 3 down.
Not a bad idea. I think, yeah, you guys are definitely going to be able to do it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And I don't know why they didn't respond quicker to that. I mean, they gave away barracks.
Barracks are under Radiant's bottom barracks.
I'm sure you can guess the reason.
I imagine they were probably yelling at each other by this point.
Well, the more obvious reason. One mistake.
What's that? No words?
No.
I don't know.
How do you get back to your base?
Oh, none of them have TPs.
None of them have a TP.
Got it.
So they're just like, well, we're fucked.
And that's a thing I've actually started to check when I know we're about to start pushing something, but I don't think I checked it there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just lucky.
Check yourself, or you mean check your teammates?
No, check their team if we're going to start pushing something.
Oh, okay.
If I can see them, I'll check if they have TPs or not. But
yeah, not a bad idea.
I don't think I actually did that in this particular situation.
I definitely don't have enough map awareness to push and check inventory. I'm really bad about checking other people's inventory, actually.
Oh, I just find a safe spot and sit there while I check inventories.
I always put too much pressure on myself to get farm and last hit, so I won't be like, well, I can't. I'll be so focused on getting farm or harassment or something like that, I'll forget to check there, and I won't want to stand still. But bad habit that I have, and I'm trying to work on.
I'm pretty disappointed. Yeah, I'm buying a gem right now because we've let that invoker get away 10 times already.
Man, he's just ghost walking. He really wants to buy a Radiant so that he can ghost walk you guys down. I think that's what he wanted to do. I don't know why else he would have bought a Radiance. Unless he's going straight Divine Rapier, but that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yeah, right. He does have a relic.
I mean, is his plan really that he's going to build a Radiance so that he can ghost walk around you?
I don't remember him getting a Radiance, but I don't think this game went too much longer, so...
Yeah. It's just well, there's so many ways to counter it, and it's obvious where you are. He just thinks he's so clever.
Pretty sure I immediately lose this gem, actually.
Here we go. So popping off your ultimate, jumping right in yourself.
Yeah, I walked way too far in there. I should have just stayed on the edge of the team fight and crit swarmed in.
Yeah, eating a lone druid and yeah, there you go. I actually missed a hook.
No wonder he's a bloodstone. I'm already back alive.
So yeah, the positioning there, you could have been a little bit better. And coming in here,
This is dumb.
let's see if SK will save you. Epicenter, gonna get one. Almost.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
And there he goes.
Didn't get pudged, so we didn't get the gem back.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, so I think you're getting a little cocky.
Overconfident? Yeah.
In terms of positioning. It was a good silence. But definitely need to back off here since there are 3 of them and 1 of you.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Now there are 5 of us.
Too bad for you.
Yeah, Silencer doesn't want any of that. He should be able to hit a snip. No, he doesn't. There you go. Now that should be a dead Silencer. Except he turns around. He hit him.
There it is.
There we go. Yeah, so Meepo there just... If he hadn't turned around and if he had gotten another slow off, he would have been dead a little sooner. Maybe he clicked his minimap or something like that. He's really having a hard time with those earth binds.
Yeah. I played Meepo once. They're fairly tough to hit.
Yeah, you have to get a good one.
See, this is where the gem would have helped again. Oh man, almost caught another one there.
Yeah, that's definitely a typical spot for Pudge. There's nothing you can really do to hide from it though, because basically if you're there, he can hit you. You have to stay by your creeps or things like that. Yeah, blink just away.
Not sure what I was going for next item-wise after Bloodstone Heart.
It's hard to say. I mean,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
you're not going to be dealing
I
right
think I
click
was going
damage.
for Sheep.
That would have been a good one, yeah. I would have definitely dealt with Pudge, Lone Druid, Invoker, Shadow Fiend, any of them. They're all carries, really.
It was a 37-minute Vanguard for Lone Druid.
Yeah. I don't know what the logic is behind the Lone Druid builds I've seen.
Everybody seems to have their own idea.
Meepo is going to feed himself in. Let's see, you're doing a good job. You're staying in the back. That's all you really need to do at this
Yeah.
point.
Just drop silences and crypt storms.
Yeah,
Let
that's
my
your
ghosts
that's your
do their
goal.
work. And I don't know why in that last team fight I was just like, all right, I'm going to kill everything, and walked in the middle of this.
Man, I think
Totally
everyone's
whiffed
done it.
that crypt swarm.
Oh my god, with the hook!
Yeah, the Pudge was amazing.
I suppose you could also go Refresher.
I thought about that. I think what I decided was this game was going to end too soon for me to be able to get one.
Probably.
And there's our gem back.
Although to be fair, they're the same price.
Nobody wants to pick up the gem.
Alright, so you definitely hung around there a little bit too long.
Yeah, I ended up trying to go for that gem, and then everything converged on me when I was going for it.
Yeah.
Dire's
A bad idea.
But even if you did get it, you probably weren't escaping. You could also go Boots of Travel, I suppose, just to split push.
Yeah. I've done that a few times. I think in this situation I didn't do it because we already had barracks down, but it probably would have been a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah, you
definitely
do
going for a
barracks down.
sheep stick.
And Druid doing Roshan.
Yeah, and we failed at having wards up, so we didn't catch him on that one. I don't think.
Oh, it looks like
Oh,
SK's figured it out.
SK found him.
It's actually kind of a tough battle.
Oh, way too early again. I don't know why I'm doing that.
So you guys got a free Roshan,
Roshan has fallen to death.
and I hate it when SK picks up the frickin' Aegis. The reason I don't like him picking up Aegis ever is because if he dies twice, the likelihood that he's actually going to get out is very small. Because if he dies twice, basically he's the only one left alive, and he's just going to waste the Aegis anyway.
Yeah. If I remember right, he gets a second Lothar's off here and gets away.
Silence, blink, strike.
Yeah.
Man, what's the cooldown on that thing?
17 seconds?
Yeah. Well, that would do it.
18 seconds.
Well, he hasn't been able to use it in the way that you're really supposed to be able to use it, which is, I think it's initiating your ultimate, really.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, if your ultimate's the first hit out of that Lothar's invis, it's pretty powerful. A lot like Punko with his Tidebringer.
It doesn't break the channeling of it. Doesn't. Well, it's not channeling, right? No. It's just a long
You do
cast
channel
time.
the initial. Yeah, you channel it.
Oh, okay. So I guess.
I mean, there's a It's like epicenter. You channel the cast and then it goes off.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if I remember seeing the bar whenever I played him, which isn't much.
I don't think it actually has a bar.
You know what? Why don't we
kind of
just check?
sits there and we can.
It's actually no, it's not channeled. It's just a really long cast time.
Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All I know is he sits there and like punches the air for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, and I'm wondering I didn't know if that broke the Shadow Blade.
I don't know.
But anyways, you guys are doing the right. I mean, you just continuing to pressure. It's always a little bit difficult to go in, but that one didn't work out well. Probably mostly because the wrong people went in. Instead of going into the base at this point in the game with like 3, you either need to go in with 5 or just continue to split push without actually breaking the ground.
Yeah, in these situations, I like to split push the creep wave close enough that they're gonna get up in the tower and then disappear.
Yeah, that's definitely the right idea.
Although like a lot of times, I do overextend sometimes when we're doing that. Oh, he almost had the hook on that lone druid there to save him.
Lone Druid is what? Is he strength? He's strength, right?
Agility.
He is? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a single agility item.
No. Got his treads on strength. Got Vanguard, Basher, and Helm of the Dawn. Now what does this bear have?
So you are trying to save your teammate. I think it's actually, you're actually able to get away because Pudge is locked down.
Big
It's going to
epicenter.
work. Yep, good epicenter. Aghanim's epicenter too. And Lone Druid calls GG. Of all people. And Invoker's got his Radiance.
Yeah, he really did go Radiance.
I think the only logic was I'm just going to Ghost Walk them and burn them that way.
Are fortified.
It's quite an expensive defensive strategy.
So I did end up getting sheepstick.
Yeah, that's I mean, all these good item choices. You had that good start, so you're able to get your bloodstone. If you didn't get a bloodstone, I mean, I don't even know what to build if you don't get a good start with Death Prophet.
I generally end up going phase boots mech if I don't get a good start.
Yeah, I guess that would work.
And then just trying to get up some armor and health after that, like maybe an AC or something.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right, so that's about it for this game. So yeah, it was a good thing. Just work on the. Suppose you just work on the exorcism, maybe a little bit more casting of silence. You know, whenever a team fight happens. But
Right. Take silence a little bit earlier.
yeah. But overall, a good match.
All right. Well, thanks for going through these with me.
All right, I am going.
Hopefully,
to,
other people can learn something as well.
I think they will. But I'm gonna take the stream down. So anyone tuned in, thank you. Probably no one. But anyways, whoever watches, thanks for watching.